Do not try any of the experiments you are about to see at home.
You heard him. Don't do it.
On this high-velocity episode of Mythbusters,
I'm all oiled up and ready to go.
Adam and Jamie wreak highway havoc in spy car escape.
You're not gonna catch me!
Just how difficult is it to give your pursuer the slip?
I gotta say, that's pretty effective.
With in-car weapons that always seem to work so well in the movies.
There it goes, it's deployed!
Then Tori, Grant, and Carrie play hardball with a myth of momentum.
We're gonna see that ball drop.
As they aim to find out if an object shot backwards while traveling forwards
Feel like a gladiator ready to be slaughtered.
would really drop straight to the ground.
That was a pretty good shot.
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage
We will need to bring some more power.
and Jamie Heineman.
Relax. This one hurt a bit.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
We've got to keep her afloat!
Joining them, Tori Belleci, Grant Imahara, and Carrie Byron.
Busting out of here, see?
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Check it out. You know we love our movie myths.
Yeah.
And specifically, we love our super spy movie myths.
Yeah.
This next one involves devices that a spy puts into their car to instantly stop someone from following them in a car chase scenario.
Ah, like a smokescreen.
Exactly. And I'm thinking we test all the classics. Smokescreen, I'm thinking releasing a bunch of tacks, and oil slick.
Fast cars, dangerous gadgets. I'm up for it.
I thought you would be.
The concept is almost as old as the automobile itself, arming a car with the right kind of gadgets to ensure a slick getaway. The boys are revved up to test 3 of the all-time classics in a series of equally classic car chases.
This is Adam. Can someone get me a car?
This is Jamie. Make it sporty.
Isn't that nice?
That's cute. Drive it on in.
Okay.
This is Spy Car 1. Right now it's a normal car, but when we're finished with it, it's going to have all the little tricks and gadgets that any self-respecting spy car would have. This ought to do.
So it's straight down to business, and the key word right now is deployment. Welcome to Jamie's Chop Shop. All movie fans know that most weapons are launched from the trunk, and a hole in the floor with a sliding trapdoor should fit the bill. Jamie's simple release can be sprung from a cord to the cockpit. It's not fancy,
That ought to do it.
but it works. With the car customized, it's off to the test track to load it with weapons.
We're at the Alameda County Emergency Vehicle Operations Center, which is where the police practice chasing bad guys, which means it's perfect for us.
Of course, there's no chase without a chase car and an experienced daredevil to drive it.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good day for a car chase?
Every day is a good day for a car chase.
What is it that makes Brian uniquely qualified to perform this test with us? I ask you to cast your mind back to driving in the rain, where Brian hydroplaned over 100 miles per hour and did a 720-degree turn. Look at the internal camera. That impassive face on him is the face of competence, and it is the face that will lead this test for us. If we can evade him, we can evade anybody.
Escaping a driver who's more skilled than you means disabling his car. So, what's the first trick in Adam's trunk?
They may look friendly, but these are quarter-inch pieces of hot rolled steel bent at right angles and welded into a tetrahedral arrangement and then sharpened. These are road spikes. Always have one point facing up. I think they're going to be highly effective when I drop them from the back of the evading spy car.
With over 100 of these lethal little tire shredders, he might be right. But Jamie also has a point.
Now, I have no doubt that these tacks are going to stick in the tires, but will they deflate the tires quickly enough to keep our spy happy? I'm not so sure.
Well, first, a quick check on the rules of the chase.
So, Brian, what are the criteria for escaping?
If Adam's able to get far enough ahead of us that he actually loops and gets behind us, then he's gotten away. Also, if he makes a turn on the course someplace that I don't catch, and then we end up taking a different turn or a different route, then I've lost him.
Okay, then.
The cones are lined up to mark out a long and winding road. And they're ready to rumble.
Okay, this is Spy Car Evasive Techniques. The tax. Eat my dust.
Make no mistake, both drivers are hell-bent on surviving the chase. Brian keeps a respectful distance of 5 or 6 car lengths.
Hey, he's picking up a little speed.
Eventually, right before a curve, Adam decides to drop his load.
There we go.
Despite his considerable skill, Brian's going too fast to avoid all the tax.
Yeah, they stuck in. I can hear them.
But at least for the moment, the chase car shows no signs of losing momentum.
We must have had about a half a dozen at least in there, and we're holding on just fine. I wouldn't take corners too fast in it, but... Okay, we got you. Bang, 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 bang.
So what happens? Oh! I got you!
Well, you did, but then you didn't. The tax went into the tires, but we were on your tail for several minutes afterwards. It didn't slow us down.
I thought that as soon as you hit the tax, you'd be skidding off the road immediately.
I've got flat tires, but you still didn't get away.
No, I didn't get away.
Yeah.
Shoot, I wouldn't have called that.
The tax eventually worked, but they took their sweet time.
And I'll say one thing else. While I'm fagging it out on this course, hell-bent for leather, it's really disconcerting to look into my rearview mirror and see Brian, like, impassively driving after me. Like it's like a lion playing with his food.
Jamie thinks he knows why the spikes kind of worked and kind of didn't.
The problem with tax is that they plug the hole that they create, and they don't let the air out quick enough. Now, eventually, sure, your tire is going to deflate, but as far as a pursuit goes, you could hang on for quite a while.
As a quick escape option, the tax didn't cut it. So it's on to phase 2 of the myth, blinding the pursuer in a cloud of smoke.
Today, the role of smoke in our little spy car episode is going to be played by a military smoke grenade. Now, we were offered the chance to use a minimum smoke grenade, but we said, hell no! Give us maximum smoke, military style. What does that look like? I don't know. Let's check it out.
Providing the wind doesn't pick up, that should work nicely.
This rig is about as simple as it gets. All you do is pull the pin, you've got smoke. All I've done is strap them to the back of the inside of the car. I've hooked them up to cables that go into the cockpit of the car. I pull on the cables, I'm gone in a puff of smoke.
Well, that's the theory.
Okay, smoke evasion, you guys ready?
That's affirmative, lawbreaker. Do your worst.
Right from the get-go, Jamie sets a cracking pace through the traffic cones. Brian has no idea when to expect the smoke, but he doesn't have long to wait. For the first few seconds, the deployment looks picture perfect. It's right about now that it all goes horribly wrong as Jamie's convertible starts filling with smoke. He misses the wall by a whisker, and the chase is called off before Jamie swallows more than his pride.
I think he has to get out.
Yeah, I think so too.
You okay? Can we get some water over here for Jamie right away? The smoke has gone literally everywhere. It's coming out of every nook and cranny of this car.
Well, that right there was a real Pink Panther moment. I mean, we build these things and ideally we test them before we take them out on the road, but I kind of regret not doing that. That was absolutely horrible.
With the rushing air pushed over and around the windscreen, the car's interior became a low-pressure zone, sucking much of the smoke back up over the trunk.
That's a rig failure, not a technique failure. We're gonna have to reset and try it again.
Adam's right. It's unfair to condemn a myth due to faulty method. We'll reassess and reload to hopefully make the convertible cockpit a smoke-free zone. After the break, Carrie, Grant, and Tori take a treadmill walk on the wild side.
You ready?
I'm ready as I'm ever gonna be. So what are you so excited about?
Well, it's our turn to try a new type of myth, the physics thought experiment.
Great. Something to get the old gray matter working.
So here's how this one goes. Let's say you're driving along in a car.